The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is perhaps the most significant addition to the camera world in a long time. But why is everyone raving about this camera? Is it as good as everyone says, or is it just massively overhyped? And why is everyone talking about getting this camera over a professional mirrorless full frame camera? So the Osmo Pocket 3 released last month, and it is probably the most raved about product on the internet right now. But why? It is a tiny little camera that, as the name suggests, you can fit in your pocket and take wherever you go. And the footage that comes out of it is incredible. Let's have a quick look at the tech specs for this. It features a 1-inch CMOS sensor that rotates, and it can either be a front-facing camera for selfie videos, or it can be faced the other way to record whatever's in front of you. It features a gimbal that's built into it for active stabilization, so when you're walking or running, it should keep your shot fairly stable. It also features DJI's Active Track 6 that tracks you wherever you walk and moves around with you. So if you set it up on a tripod and you're walking around recording yourself, it should follow you around like you've got a professional cameraman with you holding it. It comes with a 2-inch OLED display that flips up and down and looks quite satisfying to flip around. And you can have this flip between vertical format, so you can record shorts and Instagram reels and things like that, or you can flip it to horizontal format so it can record YouTube videos or long form videos. It features the ability to record in D-Log-M, so you have much more control over your color grading and dynamic range. And this thing is a low light animal. It is the best low light recording device that I have seen apart from a professional camera. So let's have a look at it and see if it is overhyped or not. So since its release, I have been scouring the internet for the last few days, tirelessly trying to find cons with this thing, trying to find people that have negative things about it. Now, that's not because I'm a pessimist and I want to find something wrong with it. It's because everyone is raving about it so much and saying that this thing is so good that I thought there must be somebody out there that has bad things to say about it. And I've come up with a list of a few things that I can see that's wrong with it. But before I go over my cons with this device, let me tell you why everyone's raving about it. Now, if you're considering being a content creator or a filmmaker and you want to have a device with you at all times that you can vlog with, you can make videos with while you're out and about, then most people will go for a full frame mirrorless camera. And that is because it's going to give you the best quality image. I'm recording all my videos and I record this on the Sony a7 IV, which is a full frame mirrorless camera. And it gives you those amazing videos with the nice blurry background. It looks professional, and that is why everyone buys them. But the issues with those are a few things. Let's have a look at them. So firstly, you're going to get the camera. Let's assume you're going to get probably the best vlogging camera out there. I'm just using this as an example, but let's say the Sony ZV-E1, which everyone's buying right now. That is going to set you back around $2,000 for the camera. Then you're going to want to pair it with a decent lens. Now let's assume you're getting the lens that everyone's getting at the moment for vlogging, and that is the 16 to 35mm f2.8 G Master lens. That is going to set you back around $1,500. So next you're going to want to get a good sounding microphone. So you're either going to get a shotgun mic that you can clip onto the top of the camera and then plug in so that you have great audio while you're holding it out and vlogging with it. Or you're going to get a wireless mic, something like the DJI Mic 2 or the Rode wireless mic. And then the receiver clips onto the top of the camera and the mic will clip onto yourself. And that is going to give you professional studio level audio. That is going to set you back $200. Next, you're going to need a memory card to record all this footage on. And for a good memory card that has a decent amount of storage, that's going to cost you $100. Next, you're going to want to get some sort of joystick that you can walk around vlogging, so you can hold out a joystick and vlog with it, where you can screw the camera onto the top and then you can vlog with it, which also doubles up as a little mini tripod. Now this is a Manfrotto tripod that you can fold out and it has legs, or you can hold it as sort of a vlogging setup, and this is going to cost you $100. Then if you want a professional gimbal that's going to give you super stable footage so you can run with it and have film quality footage, it looks amazing, that's going to set you back probably $300 to $400. Then for a mirrorless camera, you need to think of all the batteries you're going to need to keep it powered and charged. And I would suggest you have at least 2 or 3 spare batteries, and then you're going to want to get something like the Peter Lindrum TriCharge, which is a portable device that is a power bank for your batteries, and it can charge up to 3 at once. Now, the batteries and the TriCharge are going to set you back another $100. Now you can see that this is all adding up, and all this gear is all adding up, so you can have the best of the best vlogging setup to make professional videos, and you can use it as well to put in your studio. You can put your camera on your tripod at home and you can record talking head videos with it, and you can use it for everything. But you will have the best of the best audio and the best of the best video, and you'll have battery that will last for days. But this is costing you a fortune. You can see it's already well over $4,000. Now, if you are a professional videographer or photographer, you might want to get this gear anyway to diversify your profile and your arsenal. And you might want to get that because you can use it for everything else. But a lot of people are just going to want to make videos and be content creators. And that is why this device is so amazing. Now, is the Osmo Pocket 3 going to give you the best footage that money can buy? No. And there's going to be some of you saying, but John, my Sony ZV-E1 or my Lumix S5 Mark II or my Canon R6 records much better footage than the Osmo Pocket 3. Why would I want to get that? Of course it does, because we've already established that to get all of the same gear, you're looking at a $4,000 plus setup. That's why it's going to be a lot better. Of course it is. But the issue here is that most people don't want to spend that much. And also, you've got to think of the portability of it. Because if you're going out for a family day out at the zoo or something, you've then got to think, oh, do I take my Sony ZV-E1 or my Canon R6? Do I then load up my shotgun mic, all my batteries, my lens, everything I need to take with me? I'm going to have a backpack to carry it all in. A lot of people won't want to carry all that. And if they do, they're going to have to plan for it. This, as the name suggests, will fit in your pocket. And it produces incredible footage for what it is. This will cost you $650. And with that, you get the Creator Combo, which gives you the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 with the 1-inch CMOS sensor that performs incredibly well in low light. It performs incredibly well in the day. It has the ability to record in log if you want to color grade your footage, or if you don't, the normal color profile is pretty decent by itself. It comes with a built-in gimbal for active stabilization, so if you're running, it will have decent stabilization. Again, is the stabilization going to be as good as a professional gimbal? No, because a professional gimbal is $400 by itself. This is $650 with a built-in gimbal with something that fits in your pocket. It is incredible. It comes with a 2-inch OLED display, and if you get the Creator Bundle, it comes with a power bank that you can plug into the bottom and charge it. Now, you can have about an hour and a half to 2 hours of battery on this thing. Is that the best battery in the world? No, but that's continuous shooting. With the power bank, however, that will give you an extra 60% charge. And if you're recording continuously for 2 hours while you're out and about and the battery dies, and then the additional 60% power bank dies, all you then have to do is take your mains charger with you, dip into a coffee shop, sit there for 15 minutes, and you will get up to 80% charge with 15 minutes to charge. Or you can sit there for half an hour, have another coffee, have a break, and that will get you 100% charge in 30 minutes. And then you can go out for another 2 hours and carry on recording. This thing is amazing. It records up to 4K, up to 120 frames per second. So you can get that extra super slow-mo. It has active track, which is amazing. And after my hours and hours and hours of research on the internet to see whether this thing is actually worth the money or not, and actively looking for some cons with it, I've decided it's so good that I'm going to buy it myself in order to do a full review, so stand by for that. But now let's have a look at the cons that I found. Now, as I said before, the footage is not as good as a professional mirrorless camera, and that comes into its own at low light. If you get a Sony a7 IV or a ZV-E1 or a Canon R6 or a Lumix S5 Mark II, something like that, any professional mirrorless camera, and you take it with a good lens with a low aperture, out into the night, that is going to put incredible footage over the Osmo Pocket 3. And if you put them side by side, you'll see the difference. It's obvious that one's better than the other. And that is where the difference comes in. But this thing, the Osmo Pocket 3, is still so good in low light compared to its competitors. If you look at it compared to the DJI Action 4, or compared to a GoPro 12, or even compared to an iPhone 15 Pro or a Samsung S24 Ultra, the low light performance on this thing is absolutely incredible. It is an absolute low light animal. And the footage during the day is good enough. Most people just want to get a device, and that's why I keep telling people to just get your phone and record with your phone, because you're going to have it anyway. As the old saying goes, the best camera is the one you have on you. And you'll always find that you will want to capture an amazing bit of footage whenever you don't have your professional camera with you. So you end up using your phone. This thing is going to give you an incredible footage that's better than your phone, and it bridges the gap between a professional mirrorless camera and a $4,000 vlogging setup and a mobile phone. It bridges that gap that people want. And you can take it out and it is going to give you better quality than your phone, but not as good quality as a professional mirrorless camera, but still quite close in my opinion. So as I've said, the footage is not as good as a professional mirrorless camera, but I'm not saying that one is terrible and one is amazing. I'm saying that the footage is just not as good. It is still brilliant, but when you put it side by side, it's just not as crisp and the background is not as blurry as a professional $4,000 camera setup. Surprise, surprise there. The next thing is this isn't an action camera. It's not waterproof. You can't submerge it in water. And if it starts raining, you better hope you can get to cover because otherwise the thing's going to get damaged. So you're going to want to try and keep it dry and try and keep it away from dust and dirt and all that sort of stuff, because this is made to not be an action camera. If you want an action camera that you can submerge in water or chuck in the dirt or throw around, get something like a GoPro or an Action 4, DJI Action 4. But for normal vlogging and any sort of normal out and about content creation videos, this is going to be the one you're going to want to get. Next is the battery life. I would have preferred it to be slightly longer. Now they have compensated for this, as I've said before, with the amount of time it takes to charge. So you will get around 2 hours continuous shooting on a full charge. And with the creator combo bundle, you will get an additional power bank that gives you an extra 60% on top of that. I would have liked it to have been longer. However, like I said, you can just dip into a coffee shop, sit there for 30 minutes, and it's fully charged again. So, yeah, I'm nitpicking now with the cons. But the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is so good all round. And with the creator combo, it even comes with the DJI Mic 2. And the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 even comes with a built-in wireless transmitter. So you don't need to plug one into the bottom. It comes with it built into it. So with the DJI Mic 2, you just turn it on, clip it onto yourself, and you get the professional audio. It automatically connects. You select that as the audio device, and now you're getting professional audio. But that being said, the Osmo Pocket 3 has incredible audio by itself. It has 3 speakers built into it. And if you're holding it out and vlogging, the audio is fantastic. The Mic 2 is mainly for if you're sitting down and you want to put the camera at a distance from you, and then you can walk around, and then you've got the great audio and you've got the versatility to be able to walk around. But these are my initial thoughts on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. As I said, mine's on the way. It's coming soon. Stand by for a full unboxing and lots of videos on reviews. But if you're not sold on this and you want to get a professional camera, go and check out my top 5 up here. Thank you for watching.